If you want to improve your finances and outpace 99% of people in the next year, you need to focus on not just on what to do, but on what to stop doing. Because your next financial breakthrough won't come from adding more, it will come from subtracting the noise. In this video I will show you 5 habits that quietly keep most people broke and how to replace each one with smarter systems that actually build wealth. By the end you know exactly what to quit before this year ends and what to replace it with to make 2026 your richest year yet. Let's talk about the habits silently draining your wealth potential. You don't fail financially because you are lazy. You fail because you are overworking on the wrong things. You hustle harder instead of smarter. You chase motivation instead of building momentum. You clinch the money like it will save you instead of learning how to let it grow. But here's the truth. Your money mirrors your mindset. If your thinking doesn't change, neither will your bank account. So let's break down the 5 things you must stop doing immediately and what to do instead if you want to be rich by 2026. First, you have to stop earning with your time. Start earning with mind. Picture this. You are a restaurant worker. 10-hour shifts, 6 days a week. You are exhausted, but your paycheck barely moves. Not because you are lazy, but because your income is tied to time, and time is a finite resource. Now imagine this. You build something once, and it keeps earning even while asleep. I assume you know that concept. That's the shift from rowing to sailing. The rowboat versus the sailboat. When you are rowing, you are trading sweat for speed. You move fast, but only as long as you keep paddling. With a sailboat, the wind does the work. You build a system once and it compounds forever. Here are the 4 levels of earning. First, we have time for money. Hourly job ceiling is 24 hours. Then we have time for groups, teaching, coaching. Here you have more leverage. Create once, sell repeatedly, like books, courses, products. Here you have infinite scale. And then we have capital and ownership, like investments, real estate, royalties, etc. Here is the sale builder formula. Learn one monetizable skill. Turn that skill into a system or a product. Reinvest profits into ownership. And here is a question to ask yourself. Are you rowing harder or building a sailboat? Second, stop being arrogant about money. The second thing that you should stop doing if you want to be rich is to stop being arrogant about money. You wouldn't try to fly a plane without training. So why do we treat money like it doesn't need skills? Here's the harsh truth. Most people think they are good with money, but their bank statements disagree. If you don't know where your last $500 went, if you're saving but never investing, you're not managing. You are guessing. When I worked 12-hour shift as a security guard, I thought saving meant cash in a drawer. But inflation robbed me every year. Once I tracked, learned, modeled others, my money finally grew. Here are the 3 M's of money mastery. Measure, model, mentor. How to measure it? Audit every expense. How to model it? Study people ahead of you. And how to find the right mentors for you? Follow mentors who practice what they preach. Humility compounds faster than interest. The next thing that you should stop doing is to stop relying on motivation. Motivation is emotional caffeine. It spikes, then it crashes. You see a quote while you're scrolling. This time I will change. 2 days later, you're scrolling again. The harsh truth is that motivation doesn't build wealth. Systems do. Here's the science. Habits create neural pathways. Repetition turns effort into autopilot. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. Here is the discipline loop. Start small, stack it with an existing habit, and stay accountable to a friend. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the engine. Okay, the next thing. Stop hoarding money out of fear. This one feels responsible, but it's really fear in disguise. You save to avoid risk, skip opportunities, but money sitting idle dies. Imagine money as seeds. Seeds in a drawer never grow. Seeds planted multiply. Here is the smart spend test. Before you make your next purchase, ask yourself, does this make me better? Does this make me freer? Does this make me happier long term? If 2 out of 3 are yes, it's not spending, it's planting. Money that sits dies, but money that moves multiplies. Okay, the next one. Stop setting goals. Build a new identity. Probably you fail not because of weak goals, but because your identity doesn't match. What I mean, you can't say I'm bad with money and expect to save 10k. Here is the identity shift formula. First, spot the old story. Second, rewrite it. And the next one, the most important one, act as if your future self is already here. For example, don't say I want to save 10k. Say I'm the kind of person who invests every month automatically. I'm a kind of person who easily saves 20% of each paycheck. I'm a kind of person who is disciplined and consistent. Don't chase goals. Become the person for whom these goals are inevitable. Once that clicked for me, everything changed. Okay, let's recap the 5 things keeping you broke. The first one, we have trading time for money, acting like you've mastered money, chasing motivation, hoarding out of fear, and goals without identity shift. The wealthiest in 2026 won't be the weakest. They'll be the ones who quit the right things early. So, my friend, let me ask you, which one are you quitting first? Comment below and I will reply with a book or framework to help you replace it fast. And if you're serious about growing smarter, not just faster, hit a subscribe. Now, if you want to make a real change in your behavior after watching this video, there is a link in the description which explains exactly what we do and how we can help you move forward. Bye.